is a graphite drawing, but on a panel now. I like to work on like flatter surfaces because I find that the final product is like a lot more shiny and interactive. Instead of being on paper and like feeling like a skin, they actually feel like these three-dimensional things that you can hold. I'm Rachel Burns. I'm a high school student about to graduate, and I'm an artist. The process of making my work, it's more important than almost the final piece. I make paintings, I draw, I do photographic work. So I make paintings that actually die. They're made to fall apart. Like I make hyper-realistic drawings and then I would erase the final product after. And then my photographic work is really time-consuming. I often collect a lot of family archived photos, and so I layer 100 photos on top of each other. Then they become like this ambiguous form. These are actually from a couple of years ago. Like these drawings when I first started to draw realistic, and I drew photos from both my parents' homes, and then I kind of thought of having them all in one collection, so you're experiencing two things at once, two different places at once, in just like a small, so specific format. Every family has their own history, and they have ups and down moments, and I think that going through all of those moments and all that energy spent together really is what I base a lot of my work from. Right now I'm starting 2 new series. I'm going to make these like 47 by 67 inch drawings, which are composed of 100 photos face up that are just very squished, so they're very short but all the same width, to create these bands of light. And by layering them all in order from oldest photos to newest photos, you're actually seeing the sediment of my life. And then my other new series is going back to erased drawings, but in this case I'm creating a pile of erased drawings. So when my mom would develop film, and then they give you like that paper envelope full of a pile of photos, kind of taking the idea of taking a pile and just hyper-realistically drawing all these 5 by 7 inch photos. And that process of something starting off as a photo, and then I create a drawing, and then I erase the drawing, so I have the remnants, the eraser remnants, and then I even document those remnants as like a performance piece. And so it starts off as a photo and ends as a photo, and you just experience that whole process. So this was a series of 9, although they are versions of like the same thing. They're still unique and they're of their own. I can even see the process over time. Like my lines have gotten smoother and they've become more deliberate and smaller. I wanted something more fluid, and I think I'm starting to approach that. I decided to apply to 38 schools around the world, art schools. I've been offered from 24 schools a scholarship of some form, which have all accumulated to $2.2 million. I decided to stay home and just make more connections here. I'm gonna miss ESA, but I know I'm not far. I live very close, and OCAD is in Toronto, so like I have that community there. I can help them. And then I also have the community, the art community in Toronto, and I think just having both, like that's just where I want to be, and like who knows like what other opportunities can open up in the future. So.